Alright, Spearheads, today we're going to be doing another product review. This time it is on the PL-Mini Valkyrie from OLight. Stay tuned. Alright, so you are in the market for a new gun light. I don't know what you've been using, but I've been using the Inforce APL. Pretty popular choice, right? Everyone's using either the APL or the APL-C. So yeah, I was using that for a while. Only problem is there's a lot of drawbacks to using the Inforce APL or APL-C. The way I see it, just my opinion. So what did I do? I went online and I came across the OLight PL-Mini Valkyrie. Now let me just make safe here. Clear. Good to go. So came across the PL-Mini Valkyrie, and I have to say I was a little bit skeptical at first. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I'm digging it. Here's why. One, it came off that simple, that fast, that easy. It has a quick disconnect feature right there. That's it. Super easy. So really quick, I'm going to go over just some comparisons of the PL-Mini, and I'm going to get to this thing in a second, right? I'm going to go over some of the comparisons between the Inforce APL and the Valkyrie, okay? So here is the good side of the APL, okay? It's cool looking. It's got nice aesthetics as far as how it sits on your gun, right? I think everyone kind of likes that. It's got a nice bright white light, and for me, that's kind of where it stops. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna BS you. That's kind of where it stops for me at that point. Here's the cons. Going down the list. Number one, expensive batteries. Takes these CR123s. A pack of 2 just recently cost me $23 and change. That puts each one of these batteries that goes in this at about 11 bucks a pop. It's kind of pricey. They don't last forever. 2, the switch. I do not like the way this thing switches on, and I'm going to just hold it on here for a second. So when I'm holding the gun, my finger wants to sit right there, right? There's only one downside to that. If you pull your gun or you're using your gun, a lot of times your adrenaline's going to flow, and you may push down, which is going to turn the light on. Maybe you don't want it to turn on at that particular time. I know you can say you can train your way out of that scenario by having trigger discipline and all that kind of good stuff, but I mean, when shit happens, your adrenaline's flowing, right? So you grab the gun, you go like this, oh crap, light's on. Now you just gave away your position. So I'm not really a fan of that inward motion, the inward activation, right? So that's the other one aspect of it, one negative. The other negative is this, and this has happened to me before, so I'm not just making this up and bullshitting. When I've had this gun in my range bag, and I have a soft bag for the range bag, right? If I bump up against something, or I have something in my bag, like another battery or an extra magazine or something, that bumps up against this light, a lot of times what happens is, if something just bumps it, it turns on like that, right? So what ends up happening is I'm driving around, maybe on the way home from the range, it turns on, it bumps up against something in the bag or whatever, it turns on, and now I'm driving home with my light on the whole time. Let's say I stop and get something to eat, light's still on. Light stays on until it dies. So when I get home, I don't know this, but I have a dead damn light, right? So let's just say that I take the gun, I put it back in my nightstand where it belongs. It's because I also use it as a, my home defense, right? I put it back in. I neglect to test the light out, right? Put it in the nightstand. Something goes bump in the night. I grab my gun, run down the hallway. Oh, not run, but you know what I'm saying. But I go to use my light, and there's nothing happening because the light's been on since I left the range because something bumped up against it and tapped it and turned it on. Or, this has happened too, usually in my leather holster. It's been in my holster. I bump up against something, and it turns on. Now, the gun's pointed down in the holster, so I don't know that it's on. I'm walking around with the light on, killing the battery. So, all right, that's a situation I don't want to deal with, because I don't want to deplete my battery. Not just for the fact that it's not going to work when I need it. These freaking batteries are expensive. They're, like I said, $11 a pop. It's annoying. So, let's talk about the Valkyrie, the PL-Mini Valkyrie from OLight, right? Here's what I like about it. One, it doesn't require the battery at all. This is where this thing comes in right here. This super cool little gizmo here, right? Little cord with a USB on it, right? This is how you charge it. Just like that. That's simple. That's it. There's no more external batteries. No more $11 CR123 batteries to go try and, hunt down across the city or wherever you're going to go. They're not as common as AA's or AAA's. CR123s, sometimes places got them, sometimes they don't. But this is all it takes to recharge this battery. Just like that. That's it. So let me plug it in and show you some cool features about it. Alright, so now I'm plugged in. So here's the kind of cool thing about it. You see how it's lit up red right now? You can kind of see it now as I hold it like this. Let me kind of shield some of the light. But now you can see it, right? It's red. So I'm going to let that sit. Because why? Well, because basically what that means is it's charging. That's what that means. It's charging. When that turns green, it's fully charged. Here's why I like that. Okay? If I want to see whether or not my light is fully charged or not, and I know I got about an hour and a half runtime or something on this thing, all I got to do is put that on there, and it'll light up red or green. If it's green, I know it's fully charged. If it's red, it needs charging, I just let it sit. Or here's the other thing. These little cables from OLight, I think you can buy them separately on OLight's website. I want to say they're $9.99 or something like that. $11.99 maybe for the cable. I've paid that much money for a regular cell phone charging cable. But here's why I like this. I can get a couple of these, keep one in the car. I can charge my gun or the light when I'm driving. Easy, right? I can charge it when I get to somewhere if I need to. If it's legal to pull my gun out and charge it, or if I want to somehow disconnect the OLight discreetly and just let it sit on the counter, I can do that. And charge it anywhere I go that has an outlet or a USB port. Easy. I like that. It's quick. It comes off really fast. It's magnetic, right? So all you got to do is, boop. See, there it is, green now, fully charged. That's it. That's all it took to charge my battery. Now I know my light is fully charged. Simple. Now, here's the other things I like about it. That went on really fast, didn't it? Let's see. I'm going to hold the barrel so it doesn't get any wiggle, but look. Listen. Did you hear any jiggling? I didn't hear nothing. So, it's really secure. It's not going to, just accidentally come loose. You have to put some, ass behind it, as they say, to take it off. So I like that about it. It's got a very deliberate switch. Again, here's the difference, right? This was the big thing for me. So with the APL, your hand rests on this, and you can accidentally push that if adrenaline gets flowing, right? With this one, you can literally put your finger on this and push all you want, because the light switch does not activate by pushing in like this. It activates by pushing down. Right? More deliberate. Functions the same as the APL. So if you tap it and turn it on, it stays on. If you hold it down and let go, it turns off. Right? It's only on for the duration of however long you're pressing it down for. That's it. But it's more deliberate, which means when you got this in your range bag and something bumps up against it, it's not going to turn on. You got this in your holster and you bump up against something, it's not going to turn on. That's it. It's easy. So I like that about it. You can charge it anywhere. You save money buying this. This thing cost me, I want to say it was like, I got it on sale for Black Friday, and I've been using it ever since. But I think the regular price is like $70, I think. I don't know. I'll look it up again. But you save money because you don't got to buy no more flashlights. It's easy. That's pretty much all I got. On the weight side, these things weigh a lot less too. So let me just do that real quick, right? So the Inforce APL weighs in at 8.3 grams with the battery. The PL-Mini Valkyrie is 6.4, so it's lighter. I like that. I also like, oops, almost had it on backwards there, how it does not extend past the front of the barrel. Now remember, I'm clear, right? So I'm not flagging my fingers here. But it doesn't extend past the barrel, whereas the OLight definitely extends past the barrel, and you get residue on here, you get some on your light, you got to clean it off, crap like that. It makes for, you have to have a longer holster as well when you have the APL, right? Requires a longer holster, because why? Because it sticks out. Whereas with the Valkyrie, it doesn't stick out any further. So you don't need any extra length on the holster at all. I like that, to protect it. I like that. Okay, so that's it. That's the end of my review. I dig this. I will say that there's a couple differences with the light as far as these two go, right? The Valkyrie has a more of a floodlight effect, whereas this has more of a hot spot. I think we all know what I mean by that. In the center of the light, you'll get a real bright spot, and then it gets dimmer, an outer ring, and another outer ring outside of that where it's even dimmer. This has more of a broad flood effect, and I'll post a video clip to show that as well. And then a color temp as well. So this has more of an off-white light. I will say that the Inforce APL does have more of a hot, bright white light on this one. Lumen for lumen, they're relatively the same as far as brightness goes. This one, again, just has a little bit more of a flood effect, and it's a little softer on the color, whereas this one is got the rings with the hot spot in the center, and it's a little whiter. So I actually prefer this effect because this one has more of a flood effect. And so what that means for me is, let's say that I come around the corner and I turn my light on, excuse me, and if I was using this one, the bad guy would get lit up in the hot spot. The corners of the room would be relatively dim. Whereas with this one, the bad guy's lit up, and because it's more of a flood effect, it seems like the majority of the room is lit up too, and there really isn't like any cool spots on the outer edges of the light. It's kind of just a flood effect. I kind of like that better. I think it makes more sense. So that's what I got. Again, I'll post the videos of the light, and I'll also post some real quick video snippets of the charging. So what I did was I ran this down till it was dead. Then I fully charged. Then I charged it and timed it while I brought it up to a full charge. So now I got a time duration on how long it takes to charge from 0 to full. Then I ran that down, turned the light on, left it on, and I let the clock run until the light was dead. So now I know how long the light takes until it dies with a full charge. So I'll post those videos up right here too at the end. But that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed the video. If it was informative and it helped you out, by all means, please give me a like over here and a subscribe over here. I'm getting better at this video thing. I'm trying to, at least. And trying to provide as much information as I can with some better video quality, because I'm not a video guy. I'm just a guy who likes gear and tries to review it and help you guys out. So if it helped you out, by all means, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. That's all I got. Spirit Survival, out.